Next, we're going to go to the RC four-wheel drive. Here, we'll just pick this thing up.
Still has the rooter guy from the last video.
Excuse me, bud. So, as Oliver was saying, we got the brooder guy in there. Now, the one really cool thing with this Beast 2 is it is a 1/12 scale. And Oliver has Brooder, a lot of Brooder toys, which is a German maker.
I have some here.
And we have a shelf. So our last video, we tried something different, and we tried to make a scale video of all Brooder scenes. So we spread them out throughout the yard, and we tried making a video.
We even have some stuff up here.
But since I've never made one like that, it didn't come out too well, in my opinion anyway. But again, we're still learning. Excuse our basement. We're still unpacking. So we bought this as an RTR for Oliver for Christmas. And again, another truck that was absolute problem after problem. Right when we took it out of the box, one of the links were hanging. Like one of the aluminum brackets just broke.
There's stuff bent down here. This wasn't attached right.
Yeah, a lot of problems. It has a high and low transmission, and I don't know. I don't think that's right either. I complained again to RC four-wheel drive. They sent me the parts I needed, and my guess is, I don't know whoever built this, but the shocks aren't even put together right. What else happened on this thing? Oh, the other day, I picked the body right off from the ladder frame.
It was horrible.
Like, just came right apart.
That was our video with the Beast 2 and the Bronco.
Yeah, it's not running right. I was expecting a lot more. I've been on the phone with RC four-wheel drive a bunch of times, and I don't know exactly what they can possibly do to help me, but I've complained a lot, and just like the Defender 90 I showed you upstairs, that I ended up just returning that thing. That thing was so bad. Anyway, Oliver and I are going to go through this thing, and we're going to get all aftermarket parts for it, and we are just going to...
waterproof, and we're hopefully going to take all that off for a trailer.
Yeah, I think we're going to get rid of the bed, and I'm just going to create a nice metal flatbed, and it'll add more weight to the back, which I don't know if that's the best thing. But right now, I don't know. It's definitely not my favorite truck right now. Oliver, what do you think of it?
It's okay.
It's okay? Yeah.
It's 6-wheel drive, which is good.
Yeah. So, we'll move over to the truck that started everything. When I was growing up in 6th grade, I remember purchasing a Midnight Pumpkin. That was back in the late 80s. And that was a long time ago. So, 20 years later, we were at Motto's one day and we came across the Torment. And
inside, a lot of stuff that's souped up.
But this was a fun truck for $190.
No, it was 120.
No, it wasn't. It was 190.
Really?
Yep, it was 190. It came with a LiPo battery.
But
it was a brushed motor.
We souped it up a lot.
We had fun with it.
Mm-hmm.
We broke this thing a bunch. We were able to get the parts because it's hobby grade, and we had a lot of fun with it.
It was our first RC, and yeah,
Well, then we decided to try to soup this thing up, and I've heard no from a lot of people that you can't do it. You can't really put a brushless in it and have it act right. But but on YouTube, people were doing it, so I was like, well, let's do it. So I came across an awesome combination ESC with motor, and it's a 6-pole. And I installed it, and boy, was that a mistake, because you can't drive the thing. does not drive worth anything. It just spins tires and goes in circles.
We also had street tires for the street and pretty much did the same thing.
Yeah, we tried street tires, he's right, because instead of having knobs, we figured the more rubber we have contacting the ground, obviously the better traction. Didn't really do much. I designed and created a plate out of 1/8 inch stainless, which added I want to say another pound or two. I can't remember what the exact weight was. Thinking, okay, and it's in the center of the truck, it'll stiffen up the chassis, and yeah, that didn't work either. So I ended up going to a hobby shop, and I don't know if what we did was the right thing to do. He's telling us, oh yeah, we're going to get this thing to work, and it just sounds like, oh, well, you're just going to give me more money, type of deal. And well, anyway, what he recommended was making this get super tight springs so it can't flex. And again, it was same story, didn't go anywhere. But we'll get back to it one day. It's kind of, I wouldn't mind getting rid of it, but since it's Oliver's first truck, he feels that,
Also, our first kit we sold, that was the Amp MT kit.
Oh yeah, we also had an Amp MT. We figured the first kit we'd buy, we'd do it with Oliver, and for $140, it would have been very good learning. And it was very easy, but we sold it because A, it wasn't very powerful, the steering is sloppy, and etc.
Also our second truck slash two-wheel drive, we have the body right here, and you tell the story how you crashed it.
Yeah, we had a two-wheel drive slash, and that was my first truck back into it 20 years later. After Oliver got this Torment, I got the two-wheel drive slash, and I ended up putting the Valinian in it, and a buddy at work, he bought one with a Valinian, and we were having fun one day at work during break, and somehow we were going head-to-head at each other, and next thing I know is there was a head-on collision and there was a wheel rolling. I was like, oh, no, he broke his truck. So we walked over to it, and it was actually my truck. We broke the chassis.
We broke the chassis.
It broke the steering servo.
The body. A tire fell off. The bumper broke. A lot of stuff broke.
So what we ended up doing was I just said, you know what, it's really no point to fixing it. We'll use it as a spare parts truck. And we'll take that Valinian out and we'll put it in this Mustang that we bought. Now, this Mustang it's cheap. I think it was like $260. But I figured since they're putting the Valinian inside the GT, I mean, what's the difference? So we put it in this, and we ran it, and we didn't really notice any difference in speed, which I thought was bizarre. So we recently went to our hobby store in Middletown and bought I can't remember, I think we have a 26 tooth pinion in there. And we really didn't notice a difference again, and we didn't know what to do. And then the buddy I work with, he had said that, you're going to need a different size spur gear. So yesterday, we picked up, along with the new tires, a 55 tooth spur gear to see if we can get this thing to 70. But as you've seen in the videos before, we've crashed it, and we've got rid of all the tread on the tires, hence the new tires. But it's a fun little car. It takes a beating. It's waterproof. It's 4-wheel drive. It's not bad. I'm impressed with it. And the body, granted it's beat up now, it's definitely a good-looking car. Okay, we'll just put that there right now.